Hello everybody. I think this video may be the hardest video that I've ever had to do, even harder than my very first YouTube video, and I was nervous. I don't know what. It's taken me a long time to get the courage to even get to this point to tell you all about what has happened. So I'm just going to try to suck it up and you know, hopefully I can be some type of support for somebody. So if you haven't already noticed by the title of this video that our baby didn't make it, I'm sorry, y'all. I really thought I could get through this without crying like within the first couple of seconds, but okay. So I think it was I'm just gonna get right into it. I think it was September 8th. That was the day that I had my first sonogram appointment. And the days leading up to that, I don't know why I was like kind of nervous. I don't know, nothing has happened. I haven't been in any accidents, haven't done anything crazy, been eating right, been taking my prenatals and everything. And I don't know, I just felt some type of, I don't know if social media has like tainted my brain to, and I don't even know if I would say it's tainted. It just has caused me to be aware of so many things that could go wrong or has gone wrong with people's pregnancies. And I mean, of course there's plenty of happiness and joy, and I truly enjoyed the journey that I did have, but I just think that social media opened my eyes to so much, and I just was already nervous going in. But either way, get to the appointment, and the lady was, you know, did the, I don't know, I can't even think of the machine's names right now, because like once I found out everything or whatever, I just wanted to get out of there. But anyway, the machine that that they use to go over the top of your stomach, she used that machine and looked at everything from the top. I guess looked at my ovaries and the uterus and my bladder and everything. When I first got in there, I was told I had to drink, let me see, how many ounces of water? I think it was 24 ounces of water, I believe, or whatever, and I couldn't use the bathroom. So when I got there, I had to pee really, really badly. And so once she looked at everything or whatever, then I was allowed to use the bathroom. So then I used the bathroom, came back, and then I was only allowed to have my husband to come in towards the end once that initial part of the appointment was done. And so I called him, he came in, and then that's when we started the I guess the sonogram with the wand that is stuck into your vagina, because I guess the baby is so small at this time, which I think at that time I was supposed to be 9 weeks. And so the baby is so small at that time, they're not able to see too much, or not able to get a good image from on top of the stomach at that time. So they go through into the vagina. And so she started, you know, taking all the different pictures and measuring the size and everything. And then it got to the point where I guess she was starting to check for the heartbeat, but she wasn't saying anything or whatever. And I'm the type of person, I don't like to talk when business is being taken care of. I want to listen, I want to be quiet and wait for the person to tell me what's going on or whatever. So I really wasn't talking. But then it got to a point where it was a lot of silence, and I'm just like, so am I able to talk? And she's like, yes, but I'm trying to find the heart. And I said, so at that point I'm like, my heart starts beating really, really fast, but I didn't say anything. I'm just being patient. Then, I mean, it felt like I was in there for the longest, and she wasn't finding anything. She started doing all these other different measurements of trying to figure out how to find the heartbeat. And basically, long story short, she was not able to find a heartbeat. and I was like devastated, and I just didn't want to believe what was being said to me. Like, I just knew that there was some other option, some other way, some other angle or something or whatever. I just couldn't believe what was being said to me. And like, I don't know if she was just trying to give me false hope, or if she was just trying to be, you know, positive about the situation. But she was just saying how, you know, I would probably get a second opinion from my doctor and see what my doctor wants to do, whether or not he wants to run more tests to see if my blood levels are increasing or what. But she was just saying how the likelihood of this happening is supposedly common. And I mean, I know, you know, people say how common, or it's been said how common, especially like I said on social media, it's been said how common that, you know, miscarriages are, and that's why people wait until after 12 weeks to make the announcement that you're pregnant. But you don't realize how common something is until you are a part of that statistic. And I just, not saying that I was somebody who just, that was not supposed to happen to, but I just, who thinks that you are going to be a part of that statistic, that number? And I just didn't want to believe that. So I was just holding on to the hope that, you know, my doctor would run more tests or whatever, and just to see what was going on. But then she started going into conversation about things that could happen, as far as I don't even know the proper term of basically initiating the miscarriage, because at this point I still didn't have a cycle. I was still experiencing, you know, certain symptoms, like my breast was still sore. I was still feeling like I was still getting nauseous of certain smells and everything. But I mean, all I know is that I'm in here and she's telling me that there was no heartbeat, and also that the size measurement of the baby was at 7 weeks. And like I said, I was coming in at what was supposed to be my 9-week time frame or whatever. And so I don't know, it was just a lot going through my brain, and I didn't know how to process any of that. All I know is that I just was trying to figure out like why and what happened, and, you know, what could have caused it, or is there any hope? Like, it was just so much. And then I started to think about like, why didn't I wait? But it's just like, why would you wait to tell good news and share this information with people, your family, friends? Just so many thoughts was just going through my head, and it really wasn't even about me. It was about disappointing other people. Like, I mean, of course I was upset, still am upset, but it was more so about like everybody else who was just so happy for us, happy for me, like happy for this situation, and it has all come to a stop, and there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing that I did to make it happen, and it just was like, I don't know, but I was just, you know, since that time I've been, you know, so emotional, up and down, trying to figure out like, well, you know, everybody says God makes no mistakes and everything happens for a reason. And I'm not sure if any of you all have seen my Instagram post, because that's how I officially made, I didn't tell any of, well, I told my sister and 2 of my friends, you know, what happened or whatever, but I didn't really tell anybody else in the family what happened. Like, I was so excited to tell everybody that we were pregnant, but I just couldn't bring myself to disappoint my family. I guess you could say in a way of through telephone and text message or however, whatever. So I just made like one post and I put it on my Instagram and Facebook, just so that way everybody can know. I won't have to keep getting a whole bunch of over and over messages and phone calls about I'm sorry. Like, you know, people just not knowing what to say, because I wouldn't know what to say. But basically it was just like, I felt like I was disappointed. And so many of you all have come on my channel and subscribed to my channel go on this journey. And I mean, I know like people be like, oh, you don't have to apologize, but I really do apologize, because it's like I brought you all here, my story has brought you all here, and then this unfortunate situation has happened. I feel like I've disappointed you all too. And if you all want to unsubscribe, that's fine, because you came here for a reason, and the reason isn't happening right now anymore. I'm not saying that we're gonna stop trying. I just know that we're not gonna try right now. See, the thing is, I don't know if you all have seen any of my other videos or whatever, but like we have a lot going on this coming year, and we tried this past June and July, and if things weren't gonna work, we were just gonna wait until next year, because we got married legally this past February, but due to, you know, everything happening or whatever, we decided to, well, due to everything happening in the world health-wise, we decided to move our big ceremony to next year, and we're going to have our ceremony in St. Lucia. And so I was basically counting up the months, or calculating the months, so that way I knew that we, you know, the baby wouldn't be too young to travel on the plane or stay with a family member who decided not to go to St. Lucia, and that I wouldn't be pregnant in St. Lucia. So that's why it was either going to be June or July. And so, you know, things just didn't work out. Like, I mean, we got pregnant, and for whatever reason, the baby just didn't make it. And so we're basically decided to wait until next year. I mean, I didn't mind waiting until next year or anything, you know, to start in the first place. But my husband wanted to go ahead and try, and I was like, come on, let's do it. I mean, you know, but it has to be within this time frame, so that way we can fully enjoy our ceremony in St. Lucia. And I don't know, like, I've been thinking, you know, has it just been too much going on with our life, like in the midst of, like I said, this whole wedding situation, selling our townhouse, and now buying our new home, having it built. And now, you know, I don't know. I'm the type of person to try to figure out what went wrong, what's going on. I hate the unknown, so I'm in my mind, I'm just constantly trying to figure out what could be the reason that this happened. Like, I just don't know, but who knows? I mean, everything happens for a reason, whatever that reason may be. I don't know if I will ever find out. I don't know if the, you know, if the reason ever comes to me in the future, whatever the case may be. But that's where we are at this moment. I'm still healing. Of course, you can see I'm over here boohoo crying. I couldn't get to this video with before the first few seconds before boohoo crying, but we are making it. And I will say, this situation, this process, this journey has taught me a lot. I've also learned that I need to get a new GYN. I want to get an OB/GYN. My doctor, who I had been seeing, I was supposed to see up until 12 weeks. I've had him since I moved here to Maryland from Georgia. I think I started seeing him maybe in 2012 or 2013, one of the two. And he was a great doctor when it came to just going to my yearly appointments and to get birth control. But when it came to this situation, I wasn't feeling him, and I'm not sure, you know, how you all feel about your doctors and having bedside manner, but I didn't think that he had bedside manner at all. Like, he was treating the situation like it was just, like I was just a number or just whatever, like, oh, it just happens, okay, on to the next. Like, I just didn't appreciate that, especially this being my first baby, and then the pregnancy comes to an end. Like, I need the emotional connection from my doctor, and he just wasn't giving me that. It was like, when I called him about it, he was being so dismissive about it. Oh, it looks like they said that the pregnancy ended at 7 weeks, and we're going to just put you on some medicine, and and if nothing happens, no, we're going to wait a couple of more days, and if nothing happens, we'll just put you on some medicine and you just start bleeding, and then once you start bleeding, you don't have to take the medicine anymore. It was just like, is this really the conversation that we're having right now about me losing my baby at 7/9 weeks? Like, I just didn't understand. It was just like, are you talking to a human being or what? Like, I just didn't like the interaction that we had. And so I will now be on a search and a lookout for a new doctor. And I will be trying out a couple of doctors. I have researched one, and then one of my coworkers gave me a suggestion. And so I'm going to be looking into finding another doctor that will handle everything for me. And this time I would like to have a female, because I think females feel, you know, they have more emotion and more empathy for other women. Like, I mean, of course, you know, men, they're trained on this or whatever, but they don't have the emotional connection that other women do, the feelings, the understanding of how it feels. Even if they don't have children themselves, they just know, I would think, what other women need emotionally and what they feel when things like this happen. So I hope this teaches somebody to, you know, one, understand that you're not alone. Anybody who else has experienced this, I'm so sorry that you all have experienced this. And I will say that I didn't realize how so many people suffer in silence. Like, once I made this information known, so many people came to me that I know personally that has come to me and told me that they have experienced the same thing. And it's just like, I didn't know. But I was talking to my husband about it, and he was saying, like, most people feel like they don't want to share this information unless someone else has encountered the same situation. And so, I mean, I guess I can understand that, but it's just so heart-wrenching, because it's like, they've gone through this. I know what you've gone through, and you've had to suffer in this pain without telling anybody, or without, you know, sharing it with other friends or family that could also help support you and encourage you. And I'm sorry that you all, if you have suffered through this in silence, I'm sorry that you had to go through this. I'm here for you. I think I've come to a point now where I can have a conversation about it. Before, I just couldn't. I didn't want to talk to anybody about it. Like I said, I put the message on social media, and then I just got off my phone. I took a time off from YouTube, from Instagram, from any social media. I just put the message out there and just walked away. Like, I didn't want to talk about it. I ignored text messages and phone calls. Anybody who text message and phone calls, I've ignored, and I apologize. I just didn't want to keep reliving the situation over and over again, to talk about it to everybody who asked questions and checking on me and everything. I appreciate you all for checking on me, but I hope you all understand I just couldn't talk about it. Like I said, I think now I've come to the point where I'm able to talk about it to a certain extent and share, you know, whatever, but it's still something hard. Like, me and Brandon, my husband, we're getting through it. This is something that both of us have experienced for the first time, and we're learning how to deal with each other. Like, even in marriage, you learn your spouse all over again for all types of different situations. So now we're learning each other in a different way because of this situation. And honestly, although, you know, it's been challenges or whatever, like, you know, like I said, he's never experienced this before, so he is learning how to deal with me and my emotions, my ups and downs, like my bouts of certain, I guess you can say, depression. And I really appreciate him for being patient with me and understanding to the best of his ability, because I mean, it's already hard for men to understand females anyway, and then to experience something like this, I just don't know. I couldn't imagine. But I really appreciate him for being there for me, of course, and I love him. But let me see if there's anything else that I want to talk about. I mean, I didn't want to make notes. I feel like making notes would have been so impersonal and informal, like or too formal, I guess you can say. But I don't know. I just want to apologize to you all if you all have come on my channel wanting to ride this ride with me, and it has now come to an end. But I will say I I'm really nervous about wanting to, you know, document the process again whenever it happens. Like, it's like, I don't know if I jinx myself or what, like, but I'm just really trying to make sense of it all. And I feel scared to even say anything about it before the baby is born. Like, I've kind of made a joke to a couple of my friends, like, ain't nobody knowing that I'm pregnant until the baby is born and in my arms. Like, but it's like, it's sad that you have to feel that way, because it's like so many crazy things could happen and you don't want to have to relive this situation over and over again. And it's hard because it's like you almost want to be slow to be joyful for the situation, because so many things could happen. But when the time comes again for us to try again, I'm going to try hard. I'm going to pray hard to be able to enjoy the experience, but at the same time be understanding that things could happen. And so I'm going to pray for a better pregnancy and a better journey the next time, and pray for our rainbow baby whenever that baby comes. Again, thank you all so much for, you know, all of your support, for being there for me. I will answer all other questions. I know some people have sent questions in the other videos that I've posted, as far as the pregnancy test, the announcement to my husband, and symptoms and everything. I will answer all those questions. But anyone else, I think I'm going to just go ahead, and after I answer those questions, I'm going to, after maybe like a day or two, turn off all comments on those videos, because I just can't stand to see the notifications come up saying congratulations, congratulations. For those who don't know what has happened, they may search a video that just says live pregnancy test. They see the video, they congratulate me, but have not seen this video yet. So I hope you all understand that I'm going to turn the comments off. I just can't stand to see the congratulatory congratulatory comments on those videos, and those notifications popping up on my phone. I can't do it. I'm sorry, y'all. But like I said, I appreciate everyone for your support. Hopefully you haven't subscribed in vain. Hopefully I will be able to give you all good content from now on. If you have not looked at any of my other videos, like I said, we're in the process of selling our townhouse. As a matter of fact, today or tomorrow is when the house is supposed to go on the market, and then we have updates regarding our new build. So I still will be on YouTube. I will be giving you all those type of videos and content, but as far as pregnancy videos, I won't be doing any more of those for a while, at least for a little less than a year, or maybe a year from now, depending on how things go. I apologize. You all can follow me on Instagram, More Life with Courtney. And if you are interested in our new home build journey, I have created an Instagram page for that account also, and things have started, but I will be giving you all videos about that also. I know I've made in my comments that videos will be on Sundays and Thursdays, but right now I think I will only do videos on Thursdays, and it will be only house related videos until other things start happening in our lives. And as I said, I hope I can keep you all. I hope you all can still be, you know, a follower, and I mean, not a follower, I hope you all can still be a subscriber, and I hope I can keep you all entertained. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you all again, and I guess that's it. I will see you all on the next video. Bye.